There's only one way to start off a segment, and it's with DeAndre Jordan's tweets. And here it is. Don't worry. Come on, Jayar. About a thing. Come on. Because what?
Because every little thing
is gonna
be all right.
That's right.
I can't sing anymore. It's already fucked with my throat.
Okay, so why is he tweeting this in like LeBron fashion?
Why is this a LeBron fashion thing?
Oh, because it's subtweeting.
I see.
So here's the reason. Because Mark Stein tweeted this from the New York Times, the Stein line. The Trailblazers are among the teams that have tried to engage the Clippers in trade talks for DeAndre. What? As a Clippers fan, how do you feel about this?
Normal. I mean, this is a thing.
Normal.
It's such a basic thing. It's not even, I don't know. I don't mean to, Sam Stein? I don't mean to undercut
Sam
your
Stein.
report. What's his name?
Mark Stein.
Mark Stein? I don't know this guy.
Put some respect on his name.
So the thing is
Mark Stein is like a great writer.
Lots of teams have probably said, hey, Clippers, we'd like one of your best players. Sure, that happens.
All right, I'm not a fan of you like invading my segment like this. Because like what I did
this
was.
This is a Ben Mankiewicz thing, I hear you.
No, Ben Mankiewicz thing like, oh, let me tell you.
But he would tell you how
DeAndre to
much,
the Blazers.
but he'd tell you how much he doesn't, if he doesn't care for the story, he'd tell you the story is useless.
Who?
Ben, you said he used to do that to you all the time. The point being, of course, the Trailblazers have reached out, so it's not really. So I mean, like, it's not a threat. So you said, as a Clippers fan, yeah, of course, people have tried to get DeAndre.
So like Office Space, I jumped to conclusions.
Oh, so you think it's going to happen?
No, I mean, here's what I think could potentially happen. Here are the trades I put together: DeAndre Jordan for Evan Turner and Jusuf Nurkic. Now here's the thing: you would have to attach a draft pick. Because DeAndre Jordan is better than both of those players. I like Nurkic as an offensive big man. As a defensive big man, his win shares are like 67th. Defensive win shares 67th in the league. I don't like it. Attach a first-round pick. And then we get into some fun stuff. The three-teamers that I put together, the Blazers would get two big men. So then you would have a really good starting four. And you could play like a Aminu at the three. So you would have Dame, CJ, Aminu, Randall, Jordan.
Right.
That's a scary team. You would give the Lakers Nurkic because you're getting less. The Lakers would be getting less money, and all they want to do is dump Julius Randle because he's a free agent and he's going to get big money.
Totally.
And then the Clippers would get Evan Turner. No, go back for 1 second. The Clippers would get Evan Turner and Jake Layman, but you would have to attach a pick once again.
I was gonna say
if not a future first rounder and a second rounder, because again, DeAndre Jordan is supremely better than both of those players. I like Jake Layman from Maryland. I don't like Evan Turner unless he's just playing defense, which has been suspect. And you're getting a bad contract for the Clippers.
Yeah, it just seems like so far, I know you're getting to more, but I'm going to take each of these from the perspective of a Clippers guy, like you were saying.
How about it?
And so the thing is there's lots of young guys on the Clippers right now that are showing potential and they're showing some promise. And maybe
which are all going to be traded.
Yeah, maybe.
Except for Blake Griffin.
Yeah, but then, or maybe not. Like if the development is going well for these guys, you want to continue to progress with your young guys already rather than the whole perspective is get rid of these guys that are established and bring in more young guys and have a team full of rookies and second-year players who are just getting their first experience in NBA. That's a recipe for bottom of the entire conference.
Well, let me ask you a question. Let me go through this and then I'll ask you this question. Here's the last one. This would be another three-teamer where the Bulls would just be a dumping ground because... Why are you guys laughing?
The Bulls are a dumping ground.
All right, come back to me for a second. All right, here's the problem, okay? The Bulls are playing well enough to not turn this season into a success, which is by failure.
Right. Which I still don't believe in, but yes, go ahead.
Right, what you don't believe in, however, I believe in it. This is clearly where we draw the line in the sand. So Markkanen looks good. The problem is Chris Dunn is playing out of his skin. Mirotic is playing out of his skin. Zach LaVine looks really good. Robin Lopez looks like he could be like an incredible center for the future. The Bulls went into the season thinking like, we're gonna get Chris Dunn, he's not that good. Zach LaVine probably won't come back till later in the season. And we're gonna draft Lauri Markkanen and just let him ball. Where they are at right now, they are outside of the top 5 for the NBA draft. No. So now what do you do?
Trust the process, man.
So now what do you do? Go back to the three-teamer? They get rid of Mirotic and trade him to the Portland Trailblazers. I believe on that trade, if we could show it one more time, Mirotić to the Blazers. Thank you. So they would now get a stretch 4. You get DeAndre. You give the Clippers Nurkic and Evan Turner. And then the Bulls, you just say, yeah, take our bad picks. And the Bulls are like, or take our bad players. And we're like, yeah, open arms, bro. Have at it. Give us those shitty players.
So we can continue to fail.
Yes, absolutely. So I don't hate any of them.
Right.
You're fitting a square peg into a round hole because DeAndre Jordan is so much better than any of these players combined. And you have, again, Nurkic, who I believe that they should try to look forward, should try to trade as long as they get DeAndre Jordan in return. So I think I was going to say something to you. If you're the Clippers, why not embrace sucking, knowing that you're in the Western Conference, the tougher of the two, and also your team is going nowhere?
Well, I mean, why not take a shot at some of the free agency frenzy of superstar players that are coming around? You know, you're still in Los Angeles.
Well, that's why you would dump contracts, no?
Well, yeah, you dump some, but you don't want to get rid of guys that can also assist. You don't want to then dump everyone that has any kind of established, I mean, outside of Blake Griffin. We know that there's,
of course,
at least they're not entertaining that, at least right now. If you're dumping everyone else around and you're just going to bring in another superstar, you're back to looking at 8th, 9th in the conference again. So
that's not fair to say, though.
If you're in the Western Conference.
If you're in the Western Conference and you clear space, you get all these guys who are under 2 or 1 year deals, and if they have team options, you just cut them after the year.
There was a big
clear
three.
Space.
There was their own big 3 in LA for the Clippers when they were looking good enough and people were disappointed in them being ousted in the first and second rounds. So it's you need minimum a big 3, especially in the Western Conference where the best team has a big 4.
We're saying the same thing.
So
clear space in order to sign 2 more players with Blake Griffin. Why are you so anti
Because you already have 2 good players.
The Clippers about DeAndre, by the way. I know we're getting off track. We'll get back to it.
Because they're just 2 good players. Bring in 1 more really good one. Like you lost.
Do you think
Chris
DeAndre
Paul.
Jordan's a good player? Let me start there.
Yes.
You do. Okay.
Reason teams want him. Yes, he has his issues with free throw shooting near the end of the games and things like that. But again, what he does for you with rebounding and defense and protecting paint, which many teams don't have that kind of big man anymore. They always say, oh yeah, there's a 6'11".
Like a traditional big man?
Yeah, there's 6'11" big man on the floor. Oh, but he's not a rim protector. I said, shit, motherfucker, stand there. You're 6'11". Jesus, what do you mean you're not a rim protector? The rim is at your fucking head. I never understood that. It's so weird. Just stand there. Wingspan of
Can you imagine being
6'10"
and being like soft? Can you imagine being like Mehmet Okur? Like 6'10" and he's like, pick and pop. No! Just eat and work out and put on a ton of muscle and just be a rim protector.
Also the difference is there's a level of freakishness that DeAndre has. He's a 7-footer and he can move. 7 footers a lot of times lumber. I get that. You were talking about I'm not sure, Robin Lopez, right?
Robin Lopez on the Bulls.
He lumbers a bit.
He's fitting in his role perfectly for anybody who could play in the pick and roll well, which is set hard screens, get guys open. The Bulls also run this 2-pick set. I'm sorry, the Bulls suck. Yet I watch them every night. So the Bulls run this. The Bulls run this 2-pick set where Robin Lopez will screen for Zach LaVine, and then it'll be a double screen where another guy like Justin Holiday and Robin Lopez will then screen the same guy for Lauri Markkanen to hit corner, not corner, top of the key or alley threes, and it works supremely because Robin Lopez is a great screener. Great screener. And if it's not open, he rolls to the hole, and then he usually kicks out. Yeah, he moves pretty well. So my main point is, if the Blazers get DeAndre, does that improve them infinitely? I don't think so. I think it's an upgrade over Nurkic because Nurkic can only play one way, which is offense. He cannot play defense. He gets bullied, easily bullied. If they were to add DeAndre and get another piece like a Julius Randle or a good small forward like a Rodney Hood, I'd be intrigued.
Yeah, because that's good. Now you have the, as I was saying, the traditional big man that can protect
Rodney
the paint.
Hood, 1-year deal.
And then you get Julius Randle, who's a big man. Was he like 6'10" probably?
6'10", yeah.
Another big man that that does more scoring.
But here's the other thing. So the Western Conference, led by the Golden State Warriors, is in the evolution of small ball. The Houston Rockets have followed suit.
Right.
They start Clint Capella, who is a tip-in, rebounding dunk machine, who also is a very good defensive player. I'll give him credit.
He's kind of like I hate to call him miniature, but he's a mini DJ. Not mini, but just
not-
only
he's not
because
bulky,
he's younger. I mean, like
Right, he's younger.
Me calling him mini is not because he's a small guy.
Right.
Because obviously he's not.
He's just agreed. We're saying the same thing
Yeah.
again. So
Young DJ.
my
We'll see
point
young
is,
DJ.
if they play a team, if let's say they get DeAndre, okay, and let's say they then have a big three of Dame, CJ, and DeAndre, hypothetically, if they go up against the Houston Rockets, and you have Clint Capella, who's going to be grabbing whoever it is, Damian Lillard on pick and rolls, and then you have James Harden against DeAndre Jordan, and you have Ryan Anderson.
I'd be intrigued if the Blazers had that.
I would be intrigued, but I don't think it's a recipe for winning. I still think they would have to add another piece. Winning a first round series. I think they would have to add another piece. And then we could talk. Do you disagree?
No, I hear you, because the first round series are always a lot of times about matchups. Depends on who they go up against.
And I'm saying if they go up against a team like, if they go up against any of those teams, they're going to run the pick and roll.
They'd have to make sure
death.
they're at the 4 or 5 slot. If you're at the 7 and 8, you're not going to get out of there.
Agreed. So, DeAndre Jordan to the Blazers, yes or no? Comment section below. And
Like and subscribe. I'm just saying.